Welcome, guys. Breaking down UFC 254, Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Justin Gaethje, and I guess the world has seen the fight. You saw the fight, right?
Uh, oh yes, I did see the fight, man. Yeah. Where do I start from? I don't know. I mean, I'm really happy for Khabib. I knew that he was going to win the fight, but Justin Gaethje was total disappointment for me. I mean, he was looking like an amateur fighter that day. I felt like it was his first fight. He had no idea what was going on, and he was just running around the ring. Second round, he choked that guy. Khabib choked Justin Gaethje, and it's. I mean, as a fan of the sport, I wanted to see more. But as a fan of Khabib, I'm very happy. I'm very elated.
Correct, correct, correct. See, I predicted Justin Gaethje winning by knockout, right? You remember? And that day, I have to agree. I can't deny it. That day,
Mm,
Gaethje, it was such an embarrassing performance by him. It is because of Khabib. Justin Gaethje couldn't perform. That personality is that big. That fear of that person, the athlete, that
mm,
day, nothing
yeah,
worked out for Justin Gaethje. Nothing had worked out. He was, I mean, since the belt started,
mm,
he was in the distance. He was trying to maintain a distance. Again, the same psychology that I have to make a distance from this guy. None of these fighters follow their own plan
mm.
when they step in game. All they want to do is that they want to maintain a distance. But for how long? For how long? That guy ultimately will, figure it out to you, and then that guy will jump on you. And that's exactly happened. Khabib Nurmagomedov, this was one of the best performance of Khabib Nurmagomedov. One of the best by Khabib. I've seen his all performances. This by far is one of the best. It was that good. It was that domination. It was that one-sided fight.
He kicked 2 to 3 times to Khabib, and Khabib I mean, looked for some second. I mean, that he felt a pain, but he was managing the entire show. I mean, he completely dominated the ring, and Justin Gaethje was doing one thing. He was just running away from him, and his whole plan was not let Khabib, grapple him. But as you rightly mentioned, I mean, this is you can't do that. I mean, you have to play your natural game. At least before he, he sort of grapple you, throw some punches, make the other guy uncomfortable a bit, so that you give him some competition. But this was a total disappointment.
This guy knows how to win the fight. M- Probably he doesn't have many tools,
Mm,
and we know he doesn't have many tools. But then this guy knows how to win the fight.
mm,
Very rightly mentioned that Gaethje threw
absolutely.
few leg kicks, on his leg, and we saw Khabib getting started getting trouble through that leg kicks, but immediately he switched the stance and then he ran. He's having that poker face on him. He didn't even show that. He just wanted to finish that fight as soon as quickly possible, and that's exactly he did. And you know how great he is. I'm gonna tell you, Khabib said it.
Mm,
I don't want to hurt this guy. So imagine what he's thinking while fighting is also. This gives me goosebumps. What he said is that
mm,
because Justin Gaethje had been telling everybody that I'm not gonna tap out. I'm not gonna tap out. He was telling that I'm not gonna tap out, right? So, and we all know that the kind of mind
mm,
Justin Gaethje is having it, he's not gonna tap out. So Khabib locked him in his armbar, but then he thought, okay, no, I don't wanna hurt this guy in front of his parents. His parents came first time to watch his fight. He didn't hurt him. He thought about that. He immediately
mm,
changed his submission and then put on 80 on his neck. And then the best way he found out is to just put him on sleep. Put him in sleep. Because then he'll be fine. After a few seconds, he'll come back
mm,
in his zone and then he'll be fine. Such a one-sided performance against the most
mm,
violent guy in the UFC, the most dangerous opponent so far. And then he made him absolutely amateur in the
mm,
fight. So absolutely stunning performance.
mm.
I was like delighted. I'm sure what would have happened to Khabib fans. And then he threw a bomb. His methods. His everything about this guy. This guy is such an example for humanity as well. You know, such an example in his own, community, for the world. This guy is really an example. So I've always been his silent fan. I never said it, but this guy is so great. He's a goat. And then the thing which he put it out, in front of people, it was totally unexpected. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I lost track of everything. I mean, I was totally shocked and totally surprised. What is he doing? I mean, I I was in a shock for a minute or two. I was not able to digest what he said in terms of he was going to retire or he is retired now. I mean, I don't know. One of the reasons, we have started this podcast
Yeah,
and I started talking to you because I started watching Khabib. So you have few people in every game who change the face of the game. So this guy bought has brought a lot of respect in the game. He said it, I remember, in one of the press conferences that it's not a trash talking sport. He's a very simple guy from Dagestan, just which is what I understood over the course of 3 to 4 years. Very closely connected to the family, brothers, parents, and want to do a lot of good to the humanity.
to be honest, I didn't expect this coming. I'm sure nobody knew this before also. Nobody expected. He just shook the world by saying that today was the last fight, and then and then everything got sad all of a sudden for everyone. I'm telling you, even his opponent also. It was one of
Yeah.
those saddest moment, not only for the sport, not only for the fans. Definitely, fans uh, definitely got hurt a lot. I'm sure they must be happy. Like I'm happy for his career. I Because this guy is just 32 years of age, in his prime, and only getting more dominant with his performances. If you see his last performances, he was only getting dominant. Look at his last three performances. Conor McGregor, he choked him out in round number four. Dustin Poirier in round number three, and then Justin Gaethje is round number two. So he was getting more and more better, and everybody had this figure that okay, at least he will reach to 30 and 0. At least he will reach to 30 and 0. None of them, or in my wild thought also, that I've imagined that, oh, I mean, we are going to see him the last time. But like Dana said, that we are blessed that
Yeah.
we have witnessed, especially in this condition, that we have witnessed him fighting, live. That's a good thing. But I'm very sad. I mean, it'll take time for me to grab it. Khabib was one of the major reasons. That is why we started our channel. I remember, like, you are a very great fan of Khabib, more than me for sure. But then if I'm feeling so bad, I can imagine how my other friend Mohit, and how other people have been, going through. The way this guy, cried, at the octagon after winning a fight. He didn't even celebrate. The way this guy cried, I mean, it was it was difficult for me also to watch it. So I mean, we are fans. We exchange these emotions, right? We exchange these emotions. We feel for our fighters.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just so wish that this can reverse, and something will come up. Something will make him understand and then get him back, at least for. But I mean, we all know the fact that he won't come. What do you think? Will he come?
I don't think so. Knowing him the way he is, he said that when I give words, I don't. I mean, I act on that. I don't take back my words, and he has promised his mother.
Mhm.
So I don't think so. He'll come back. So I wish he gets to know that we are also here in India. Literally stalk this guy on Instagram, Twitter, his fights, press conferences, how he is in his real life, everything. So probably, I mean, one day we'll go to Dagestan and meet him.
Uh, Keeping a faith in us, in our love and respect for this guy, we will definitely gonna meet him. I know that. I have that belief. Quickly, I want to ask you: do you think that he deserve status of goat and a pound for pound number one? Keep having John Jones still in the MMA.
But I think definitely hands down, he is definitely a GOAT. I mean, what else you need to qualify him as GOAT? I mean, he has everything. He has record his side. If I'm not wrong, he has not lost even a round. Yeah.
And so let's move on with another thing. So we are coming up with this fight called another great fight, and we might also see again another retirement. To be honest, but by the way, we are having UFC Fight Night Uriah Hall versus the legend Anderson Silva. And Anderson Silva is 45 years of age. Uriah Hall is 36. So that is a difference of the age. Anderson Silva has already mentioned that this could be my last fight. And I can see that the retirement is coming. Win or lose doesn't matter. I can see, that the retirement is coming. He's such a he's a legend. He has proved everything in the game. He's very good. So what do you think about this fight, by the way? What do you think about this fight?
Oh, well, what I think, as you mentioned, Anderson Silva, it can be his last fight, considering his age. He's 45 years of age. And I was reading about this guy in terms of what he has achieved, and I was amazed. I mean, from 2006 to 2013, he did not lose any fight. One of the longest streaks in UFC history. Anderson Silva is definitely has upper hand. But yeah, if you look at it age, so he might lose few points there. But in terms of fight, I think again can be a one-sided fight,
Okay.
wherein Anderson Silva is winning by the end.
Oh, so you're giving your prediction that Anderson Silva winning this
Yeah.
fight. Okay, great. By what? By knockout? By decision or what?
I think knockout.
Knockout. Do you have any round also? Just in case if I be a little specific. What round?
I think second round, second or third round.
Okay, great. Second or third round, right? Yeah. So again, like when you mentioned style, Anderson Silva is very famous for his defensive style, and I like defensive fighters because that's where you see their skills. You know, his movement is very impressive. He and like you said, he's holding the UFC longest winning streak, 16, in row. So that record he's having. He's a legend. Zuriah Hall is very dangerous. But if I have to predict, I also see that I can see this fight going distance. I can see this fight going distance, and then
Okay.
Anderson Silva is losing this fight. That is what I'm saying. I don't think Anderson Silva will win. I mean, he's old, yeah. He's old. Uh,
Right.
and he doesn't care about the belt anymore. He just love to fight. So I don't think he's having that goal after the belt.
Okay.
Uh, that was it. We saw the upset, which we were not ready for it. But then the show has to move on. We have a good coming up fight on this coming Sunday morning on 10 HD.
Oh yes.